The South African Ford racing team has concluded final testing of its Ford Ranger-based Dakar Rally Challenger ahead of the team's 2 race vehicles being shipped to South America for the start of the grueling 14-day marathon event in January next year. The team spent a week testing both race vehicles in the dry and hot conditions north of Uppington, where ambient temperatures regularly exceeded 40 degrees Celsius. The primary focus of the test session was to validate changes made to the FIA specification Ford Ranger after an exhaustive 2-week test session in Namibia earlier this year. According to Ford Racing team principal Neil Woolridge, the test focused on the suspension and the cooling system of the Ford Ranger racing bakkie. Specialists from the suspension supplier Boss spent 3 days fine-tuning the suspension of the Ranger, while extended test drives at race pace in the very high temperatures allowed the efficiency of the cooling system to be thoroughly evaluated. The 2 Ford Rangers are currently undergoing final fetting before being flown to Argentina in early December. They'll undergo final preparation at Ford's Argentina factory before the start of the race. The first of the 2 Ford Ranger Dakar Challengers will be campaigned by the Argentinian pairing of Lucio Alvarez and Ronnie Grauer, with Alvarez scheduled to subject the Ford to a final shakedown on Argentinian soil before the Dakar starts. The second Ford Racing Ranger will be crewed by South Africans Chris Visser and Jaapie Badenhorst, who finished second in the South African Cross Country Championship and will be competing in the Dakar for the first time. While the Ford Racing team is under no illusions about how tough the Dakar is and the magnitude of the challenge facing them, team boss Woolridge believes the Ranger will surprise Dakar veterans with its pace and endurance. However, the Dakar is notoriously unpredictable, and the team will be focusing on getting the 2 Ford Rangers to the finish in their first attempt, while a top 5 result would be a dream come true. The 2014 Dakar Rally starts on the 5th of January next year and will cover a total of 9,000 kilometers before ending in the Chilean city of Valparaiso 2 weeks later.